All right, I'm not sure how much talking I'm gonna be able to do on this one because it's a hill climb, but we're gonna find out. I've been off the bike for a number of days because I tweaked my back and it's been giving me issues, but it's feeling a little bit better. Kind of feel it back here as I'm pedaling. I think I'll be able to fight through, so here we go. This is a route I've been wanting to do for a while. It's called 𝐿𝐻𝐿. I'm not entirely certain what the total incline is as far as percentage, but I know it's pretty up there, so. I thought there was a lead into this route. I guess I'm wrong, so we're just gonna grind it out. I'm gonna try some standing. I'm hoping that my back doesn't give out too bad. If I can't put the pressure on, then I'll just grind it out as best I can. Excuse me. Doing a fasted ride this morning, not necessarily intentionally. I haven't been hungry yet today, so we'll see if my legs feel it. But I haven't ridden for about a week because of my back. Because life is crazy and hectic. So, I'm not really trying to set any goals here. Just kind of trying to set a baseline. And then once I'm fully recovered after the chiropractor and a few more ice baths to get the pinched nerves taken care of, then I'll do this one again and try to beat my time. Kind of reminds me of a climb we have here that goes up the Dobbins Lookout Point in Phoenix. It's a nice winding road. It's a pretty good incline. And it's nice on Sundays because they close the road off to vehicles, so you can cycle without having to worry about other cars or anything coming up behind you. Just getting passed by cyclists like I just did on this, but that's okay. I don't want to push it too much because I don't want to make my back worse. Interesting that the progress bar is at the bottom on this one instead of the top. I know this is a good sign that I'm almost in my easiest gear. Although I'm not really putting the power down, so. This is less than a 5-mile segment, and it's listed as a 40-minute route. And that's because I'm going about 3 miles per hour right now up this hill. I'm going to be spinning for a little bit. I think after this, I'm going to look through the different workout plans again. I think it's about time to start a new one now that the FTP one's over. and see if there's a climbing one I can join. One, because it helps keep me accountable if I know I have pre-planned workouts. And two, I just want to get better at climbing. Really good strength training for your legs doing climbs. So. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. I don't know. They're getting more views than I thought they would, so that's exciting. Thank you guys. Thanks, dude. So I have gained a little bit of weight back because I haven't been cycling as much and as hard. But I think part of that's also stress, which is fine. Like I said, I didn't really start this to lose weight. And even though the scale's gone up, my clothes are still fitting the same, so I suspect part of it was water weight and part of it's muscle. After this, I'm gonna make a chicken, jalapeno, and cheese omelet. For breakfast. Oh, that's kind of cool. And looks like I can push for the whole route or push for separate sectors too. Still working on making sure my protein uptake is high. I made some blueberry, apple, and thanks, dude. Blueberry, apple, and almond butter parfaits with mixed nuts for the top instead of just granola. I basically just took the almond butter and drizzled it over the apples. So, super excited to eat those this week. And then I made some Lebanon herb salmon patties for my lunch. My jalapeno chicken bites turned out really good. Instead of doing them as meatballs, I did them in a muffin tin. So they kind of look like mini quiches. But there was no egg in them. So I was really happy with how those turned out. So I might make them again. Or I might do a hamburger version and wrap them in bacon. I think that would be really yummy too. We got our mutt spayed so that we don't have to worry about accidental puppies or problems when we move over to Europe. And she's not supposed to be running around, but she's managed to escape 3 different kennels, rip out all of her stitches, so now she's in Staples. And then yesterday destroyed her cone. So thankfully we had one of the donuts, which I kind of like more because it doesn't let her reach the staples, but it does let her reach her nethers. So she can at least clean herself that way without risking the staples. But she's still trying to run around like a psychopath with all the other dogs, which isn't good, but she seems to be fine. So it's been over a week now. So I'm hoping that when we get this fixed, he's a little more chill about the whole thing. My ears keep popping for some reason today. Not sure what that's about. Although we have had a lot of wind and rain here in Phoenix, so maybe the air pressure is weird. Okay, so each sector is 10% of the climb. That makes sense. Oh, no, not quite. Yeah, okay. About 10%. These guys at GCN are in Spain right now, and they were doing a pro-style training, and I was gonna watch that while I did this, because, you know, there's camaraderie and suffering sometimes when you're in athletics, but I realized I didn't have a video for next week. So, and content for you guys overrode that one. I know, maybe when I do it again, I'll watch it or rewatch one of the epic hill climb videos, because they have a lot of them. I'm kind of happy with my watts average. Not pushing as hard as I would like, but 94 watts. Isn't bad. I think my back hurts, so I'm feeling myself pushing into my hands more than I should. On the one hand, I want to do the downhill segment because it looks fun. On the other hand, it's going to be significantly easier. Maybe I'll see if I can get a speed PR or something on the downhill. Although I have had problems with all the sensors disconnecting on the downhill. So we'll see. Twisted my head too fast. Twinged a bit. Oops. Wrong way. I meant to shift up. And if you feel it in my hip flexors, that my hips are out of alignment, which is probably what's leading to my back being out of alignment. But it doesn't hurt too bad yet. Maybe keep pushing through. Nice little flat section. Here we go. I definitely feel it in my legs, which is good. Kind of the whole point, right? Oops. Here, going too fast. Oh yeah. Oh, that stings. That's okay. Pull it back down. I think I'm getting a little overzealous. Oh, that's cute. The sectors are marked in the road. Sometimes I'm not the most observant. Oh, Elaine. I read that wrong. Not competitive today, sorry. This is one good thing about being in pain, is it does stop me from pushing too hard, as I am apt to do. Luckily, still been able to do upper body stuff, so curls, a little bit of rows, shoulder presses, stuff like that, at low weights. So still getting some exercise in, but not as much as I would like. And part of that was me being lazy, and I'll freely admit that. I am worried. I think I broke my streak on Zwift. We'll see. A friend of mine got his dog spayed like 2 days before we got our dog spayed. And he says ever since she's been really cuddly, where she wasn't cuddly before. Which makes sense. I mean, if you're not feeling good, cuddles can help. I love cuddling my dogs. I've actually considered, since I've been having a harder time working out in the morning anyway, just saying screw it, planning my workouts for nighttime, and just letting the mornings be extra cuddles with the dogs. So I'll probably just put that in effect and call it good, because fasted writing is not as important to me as it used to be. So I don't see any reason not to. I will say this is actually going better than I thought it would. Granted, that's still quite a ways from the top, but how many calories you'd burn if you sat here and just repeated this circuit like 10 times. not gonna do that today, but it'd be a good way to get a nice climbing workout in and really push the limits. I guess at the end we'll see how many calories this says I burned, and then we can extrapolate from there. Won't be 100% accurate, but then again, food tracking and calories burned aren't 100% accurate either, so it is what it is. You like my top? There is a BFit top. The bottoms are not. The link in the description will take you there. There's a coupon code as well, which gets you 50% off. We do have a lot of colors and stuff. I just don't do a lot of colors. So my trick in real life on a climb like this is to get in my drops and just stare at the ground, because then I don't have the psychological aspect of I can see the incline, which I don't have to use that trick as much now that I'm more experienced and in better shape. But when we first started riding, I used that trick a lot. So, it's just my little tip. If you're going out riding in the real world, and there's some climbs you hate but you want to get better at climbing, don't focus on the incline, just focus on the road 3 feet in front of you, or right at your wheel. But again, if it's a winding road, make sure you're paying attention to where the turns are. And of course, traffic and other riders. We had a near collision the other day. I think I might have talked about it already, but there's a jogger on the trail with headphones in, and I'm assuming turned up all the way, because we yelled trail, and she ignored us. And rather than being all the way to the right, she was in the middle of the trail, so there was no good way to pass her. So we passed her on the right, which is big etiquette no-no, if you're familiar with trail etiquette at all. And she had an attitude about it, but it was her fault. So one of the reasons that I don't listen to themes when I'm writing, I need to hear, you know, if someone's coming up behind me, especially if I'm hurting and I'm focusing on just, you know, spinning through the pain. I know I'm not going to be paying attention to what's going on behind me, so it's so important that you can hear when you're out on the trail, running, walking, cycling, it doesn't matter. Even here at the house, I don't listen to music. I'll do podcasts, or right now it's silent because I'm talking to you guys. So just be safe out there. There's way too many instances of car drivers trying to run over cyclists just because they have a bigger vehicle and they want to be dicks. So unfortunately, it's up to us to protect ourselves. Which, I mean, it should be, right? It is partly our responsibility, but the weight of responsibility falls more on cyclists than on car drivers, which is kind of stupid, but it is what it is. Do what you can to keep yourself safe. You know, for some people that's mirrors on their bike or on their helmet, you know, whatever it is. Yeah, some hardcore cyclists will tell you that the mirrors are stupid, but if it helps you, and it makes you feel more safe, that's really all that matters. High-vis is great for nighttime or like overcast days. Make sure your high-vis though is on the parts of you that move. So, you know, the back of your shoes, your ankles, your knees, your elbows, your shoulders even, your gloves. A lot of studies that show that high-vis vests don't really do much good, unless, like I said, it's the middle of the night. And oftentimes it dehumanizes cyclists to cars, which is really disturbing. So make sure the high-vis is on the moving parts, because you're more likely to be seen, and then the movement will register that you're human and takes away some of the dehumanizing aspect. That looks cold. So glad I live somewhere without snow, although this is the last year I'll be saying that. And since my garage is pretty warm right now, probably my brain tricks itself to thinking it's cold. I'm kidding, of course, I have a cold plunge on the back patio, so. All right. I think between the second flashing yellow bit and the solid yellow bit, that red part right there, we'll see if I can stand up and pedal that whole red bit. I'm not sure why the one bit is flashing, but oh well. My hip flexors are definitely feeling it now. Not in a super pain way, just in a we haven't done this in a while way. So definitely gotta do some yoga when I get off of here. Stretch everything out. There are, if you search on YouTube, there's lots of cyclist-specific yoga videos. If you only want to do yoga poses that'll really hit the parts of the body cyclists use, like the hip flexors, the knees, the lower back, the core, stuff like that. If you don't want to do a full-on yoga workout. So deceptive, because that solid part that I was talking about standing up for looks like it's a really small part, but it's taking forever to get to me, which makes me think it's longer than I think it is. But oh well, I committed to it, so here we go. Definitely not the greatest PR. But again, we're setting a baseline, not records. I'm really nervous that those two flashing bits are the start and end of a segment. I guess we'll find out. Starting to feel it in my calves now too, which is good. I'm very, very happy with how muscular my calves are. So it's nice to know they're getting a good workout right now. I know it's a weird thing to be happy about, but whatever. I'm getting at that line right there. I'm getting that line back in my legs. I had it for a long time, and I lost it. And since I've started cycling, I'm getting it back, so super jazzed about that. I want to sit up, but every time I sit up, it hurts. Oh, you know what? I wonder if that's the segment start. Although I didn't notice it on the other ones, but again, maybe I wasn't paying attention. Nope. Well, no. No. Thanks, dude. I'll give you one back, but I can't reach. Oh, dang. I realize I'm putting out 2 watts per kilo. That's pretty cool. Nowhere near the 4.6 that he's putting out, but that's fine. I'm losing some wattage, I can feel it. That's okay. So I'm hoping I set up my camera correctly so that when I stand up, it's just not a shot at my stomach. If it is, I apologize. Holy cow. All right, here we go. Oh. Come on. Woo-hoo. Holy cow. All right, 11. Not bad. Let's see now. Oh man. Okay. Oh, we gotta spin the legs out. Okay, that felt good. And now it's all downhill. Well, mostly downhill. Excuse me. Whew. All right, let's see what we can hit. No way in Hades I would be so comfortable at this speed in real life. I think 46 is my max in real life. And I hit that for like 5 seconds. Back it off now because this part's going to go really fast. And I need to bring my heart rate down. So in real life, I would definitely be in the drops in my arrow position. The only reason I'm not right now is 1, the camera angle's weird, and 2, I feel it way more in my back when I do that. Yes, I just got competitive. Yes, I know it's bad. All right. You're also American. Let's go. Oh shit. Sorry. I got 3.5 watts per kilo. Okay. You're around me, dude. We're gassed. I am tapped. Gonna kill my average on my watts unless it stopped at the top of the hill. Which maybe it did. Okay. Whew. Well, less than 40 minutes. So that's good. I think next time I'll do a little lead-in ride on a different site prior to starting it, because I was not prepared to start it straight out the gate. Although I should have been. Hey, I kept my streak. Oh, yay. Whew. Burned 10,000 calories. Done almost 500 miles. 27,000 feet of climbing. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Yeah, time to stretch. Ah! We made it. See you guys next week.